Annyeonghaseyo, Brian Tong here. Welcome to the Apple Byte for all the good and bad inside the world of Apple. Right now, I'm in Korea, so I'll work on my Korean when I'm out there, but this week, we're going to set you up with everything we expect to see at WWDC 2013. And if you're hoping that Apple will release one of their next game changers, you're going to be a little disappointed. Instead, Tim Cook recently said that WWDC will showcase the future of iOS 7 and OS 10, and new hardware will be coming in the fall. Now, I'm excited because we finally see if the Cupertino kids and Johnny Ive have created a completely new look and feel for Apple's mobile OS with its rumored flatter UI. There's no denying it's fallen behind Android, and they need something badly. Now, the rumor mills have been pretty quiet, and we haven't seen any screenshot leaks yet, and the same goes for OS 10. We know both iOS and OS 10 have shown up in website logs and are being tested, but Apple has done a great job keeping them under wraps. So, the plan is to show off iOS, get it into developers' hands so they can update their apps and incorporate new features, and then release it publicly with the new iPhone that we expect to see sometime around September, which is what they've historically done in the past. And hopefully, we get OS 10. I'm still sticking to the Hello Kitty name. We also expect it to look a little flatter and release sometime around mid to late July. Now, one service we might finally see is the premiere of Apple's iRadio service. CNET reports that Apple has reached a deal with Warner Music Group, the world's #3 major music label. They've already locked down a deal with the big kahuna, Universal Music, with Sony being their final big label to lock down. Now, the timing of the Warner deal suggests Apple is pushing hard to try to unveil their service for WWDC, so I'm going to give this a 50-50 chance that we see it, but if they close the deal with Sony in time, we'll definitely see it at the Worldwide Developers Conference. Now, we told you we don't expect to see any of Apple's rumored new shiny toys like the Apple TV or the iWatch, but we do expect to see a hardware refresh for the MacBook Pros and MacBook Airs at WWDC. Now, getting Intel's latest Haswell chipset that dramatically reduces power consumption is pretty much a given, but a KGI Securities analyst expects a slightly slimmer form factor with the Retina MacBook Pro 13 and improved FaceTime cameras that will support full 1080p video. Now, on the MacBook Air line, KGI also expects to see dual built-in microphones for better FaceTime and VoIP audio quality. We'll see how it shakes out, but either way, if you bought a MacBook Pro a few days ago, you're probably crying right now. All right, WWDC could also be a great time to show off the new Mac Pros that Tim Cook promised would come out later this year, but my gut says we still won't see them. I could be wrong, but we haven't heard a peep about Apple's revamped Pro desktops yet. Now, the small hardware update we did recently see was a lower-priced Ipod Touch at $229 that now comes in a 16-gig capacity, loses the rear camera, and the biggest thing I'm sad about, the loss of the loop attachment. Yeah, I just wanted to give it the moment of silence it deserves. But this points to Apple really looking at bringing a scaled-down version of a current product at a cheaper price, and points to a stronger possibility that Apple might bring 2 different iPhone models later in the fall. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm honestly excited about WWDC. I've always been a fan of OS updates. Well, except for last year's when Apple basically kept it the same and added new features that I barely used. But this is a make it or break it year for them, and it will trickle down to all their new products in 2013. Now, you, the Apple Biters, can also watch our live coverage of WWDC 2013 on June the 10th, starting at 9 a.m. I'll be hosting a live pre-show where you can call in live, send in your tweets, and pick my small, tiny brain. We'll watch the keynote together like BFFs, and then have a live post-show, and you can find it all at CNET.com on Monday, June the 10th. That's going to do it for this week's show, and we'll break down everything next week. Send me your emails to the Applebyte at CNET.com and your tweets at Brian Tong, because we want to know if Apple delivered for you at WWDC, and we'll read them in next week's show. I'm Brian Tong. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for another Bite of the Apple. Oh, wait, hold on one sec. 잘 가.